Kyrgyzstan's interim leader, Rosa Otunbayeva, has accused ousted President Bakiyev of taking the country to the brink of civil war. The statement follows an attempted rally in the southern city of Osh that Bakiyev was forced to flee after angry protests there. His security detail fired warning shots in the crowd before bundling the deposed leader into his car. For more on the situation, we go live now to Bishkek and local journalist Bektour Iskender. Thanks for joining us. Fairly strong words being heard from the interim leader. From where you are, does it seem like the country is on the verge of civil war?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Sure. From where you are, we've been hearing some fairly strong language from the interim leader, from Ms. Otunbayeva. From where you are, from your perspective, does it seem like the country is on the verge of civil war?
No, actually, many people in Bishkek are afraid of that, and many people in Kyrgyzstan are afraid that there would be some kind of war. But personally, I don't think that it will be a war. I'm a bit afraid that there would be some clashes, some small clashes, especially in the south of the country, between supporters of Bakiyev and between those ones who are now against him, the interim government. But I don't think that it will lead to a war because there is like no strong idea behind both sides, and I'm not sure that many people would will to fight for that with guns.
All right, so turning to Bakiyev's short-lived rally today, is it a sign, do you think, that he's losing support in what previously was thought to be his power base there in the south of the country?
Sorry?
Sure, one more time. Turning to Bakiyev's short-lived rally today, he only got a few sentences out before he had to be bundled away in his car. Is it a sign, do you think, that he is losing support in the south of Kyrgyzstan, which is a place that used to be thought to be where he had his strongest support?
Well, definitely right now it seems like Bakiyev has some support in the south of the country, and he has people who are willing to go to protests for him. But at the same time, what I heard from the south of the country and what I heard from journalists from Osh is that actually people in the south still haven't chosen who is their leader. So it doesn't seem like the whole population of the south of the country supports Bakiyev. It seems like most of the people who were today at protests in Osh were actually apolitical, as journalists were saying today, that they were not supporting both sides. They just came out of curiosity or just came because they were asked to come.
And give us a sense of what's happening in Kyrgyzstan right now. What is the general feeling? What is the general sense of how things are going in the country?
I think, well, the general feeling is that something is not solved yet, as if events are not finished. There is no conclusion, because people are worried that the interim government is still not legitimized, and some people are saying that the best decision would be actually to gather the parliament, and that the parliament would have some decision, because then it would be like the only legal body in the country, the only body that was elected. But on the other hand, many parliament members are missing, and so it is impossible now to gather all of them in one place. People in Bishkek and in Osh are much more concerned about safety situation in their cities. So, for example, for Bishkek people, I think the biggest concern in last days was the looting and was general security and general safety in the city. I think the same is now happening in Osh, where today all the shops and universities were closed because of the protests and because of these clashes. So I think this is the biggest concern for people. And general feeling is that something is wrong in the country, but at the same time, we feel that it will not break out into a serious war, hopefully.
From what you see right now, do you envision President Bakiyev coming back to power, or do you think that this will be resolved a different way? What do you think will come from all this?
Well, I don't think that Bakiyev will be able to have the same power that he had before these events of 7th of April. And I think that still too many people are dissatisfied with how he ruled the country, especially during the last 2 years. I mean, despite the fact that he has supporters, and he definitely has some supporters, there are still a lot of people who are very displeased, dissatisfied with the tariffs on electricity that he implemented in January, and with the general political situation, with censorship, of journalism and censorship of internet and things like this. So I don't think that Bakiyev will have the same power. At the same time, I'm not sure that it will be possible to just to finish this whole story by letting him out of the country. So I don't know what will it lead to. I mean, it seems like the current interim government really wants to punish Bakiyev, as they say, and at the same time they don't want to fire at him, which I think is good. At the same time, he doesn't want to resign, and at the same time, like, the whole world still doesn't understand who are they supporting in this situation. So the whole situation is a bit unclear and vague.
All right, I guess we'll have to wait and watch. Kyrgyz journalist Bektour Iskender, thanks for your comments.